Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio and welcome back to Transformation Donation. Cue the jingle. Transformation Donation. I love that jingle. Today we've got Harren in the chair. Now, Harren was in our last filming day with Gabe, Sonny and Javi, right? But Harren was in two minds what to do with his hair. He wants to donate it. And he wants to have a transformation, but he still wants to keep quite a lot of length. So we just said, look, why don't you come back on our next filming day, have a proper think, have a little sit down, maybe work out your pros and cons, and he's back in the chair today. Yeah. So what are we doing, mate? What is the plan? What have you come up with?
So after a lot of soul searching, mate, a lot of conversations at home with your nearest and dearest, a bit of Pinterest research, I've decided to go short.
Okay.
So almost going back to pre-lockdown, back when I was getting sort of skin fades semi-regularly.
Nice.
But kind of different in terms of a bit more towards the back.
Okay.
And on top, sort of similar, not too dissimilar to yours.
Okay.
In terms of the
it's like a short and textured top. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sound. Yeah.
I've got a few on
Let's have a look.
Pinterest.
Oh, nice. A burst fade, yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. This is the first Transformation Donation burst fade. That's wicked. Okay, cool. Yeah. Which one are you liking out of all them? I mean, personally, I like that one.
Yeah, I'd say that's the one that I've sort of been drawn to the most.
Yeah, because the higher up you can go, shorter you can take the top, easier it becomes. Yeah.
After all this, I don't need the hassle anymore.
Well, you did say, didn't you, before, you were like, when I left here on the day, and I got the gust of wind in my face, you're like, I should have just cut it off. It
was a sign from above, mate. So here we are.
Because the last time, so Harren was going to come in and he wanted to donate it, but I think you only wanted it to like cut some about your shoulder length, didn't you, or something like around that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it wasn't enough. It wouldn't have even been enough to donate. Probably, I think maybe just on the cusp of 7 inches, maybe if that. So it's good that you've done that because I know how much you want to do it. I think you just needed that little extra month just to be like, do I want to go that short or not? But I'm glad you came back.
No,
and it's gonna be awesome, mate. And the most important thing, you're doing something great for charity as well. So
exactly.
That is the most important thing. So burst fade, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Any last requests?
No.
Like your final meal, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, exactly. I took my last selfie out there, so here we go. Good to go.
Just to remind everyone that you used to have long hair. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, mate. Well, let's get this tied up and we'll cut it off. I'll go as close to the root as I can. All right, because we're going so short around here anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. So, what was it, or what is it about wanting to get rid of it, apart from that gust of wind, and apart, obviously, applying to come on and do the transformation? What has made you want to get rid of these luscious locks? Because I know everyone watching, there's going to be the yes and the no's, right?
Yeah.
And there's usually more no's, especially when you've got hair like yours. There's normally like, no, don't cut it. Can you just tell me and everyone watching why you're doing it?
Well, it was a couple of things. Right? So practically, it was just doing my head in. I was just falling asleep on it. I was in the gym and I was on the treadmill. I was spending like more time retying my hair than I was actually doing any exercise. So I just didn't need that anymore. And for the whole aspect of donating. So when I first grew it out during lockdown, the whole plan was, to grow it and then donate it the first given opportunity. But then I started to quite enjoy having long hair, and it's like a bit of a conversation starter. The guy with the long hair. But
it does become your identity, doesn't it? That's one thing I've heard a lot of guys say, like, because obviously it's not unusual for guys to have long hair, but obviously there's not every guy who's walking around with long hair, are they? You know what I mean? There's more guys with skin fades than there is with long hair.
But when you're the only one in a group of 15, 20 guys, then you very much are.
You are the guy with long hair, aren't you? That's what you become.
And I thought it was a bit of a waste. All I was doing really was just tying it up in a bun. Wasn't really doing anything with it. And I thought, well, why not just give it to someone who, instead of just going in the bin, just give it to someone who's gonna appreciate it more than I was doing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that's the key, isn't it? It's about appreciating it, isn't it? Like, if you're not appreciating having longer hair, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? What is the point of having it? You know what I mean? If you don't want it anymore, then if you've got enough, then obviously donate it to a decent charity, right? To a good cause, Right.
Plus, I thought, you know what? I'm in my mid-30s now. I can't just keep bopping about in a man bun. So.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. There's no rules on when you can not have a man bun, mate.
No, mate. And there's also
Jason Momoa's in his 40s, isn't he? Or something like that, you know?
I don't know what you've seen of me, but I haven't got the abs of a Greek god, so...
Yeah, no, well, I mean, we're talking hair here. Your hair is genuinely incredible, mate. Like, it really is. I can see why the no's are going to be getting shouted at the screen right now. Trust me, I'm saying it in the inside as well. I went, no, don't do it. But no, it's...
I'd rather you, tell me it's terrible before you...
It's awful, mate. Yeah. It's quite greasy as well, to be honest, mate. It's quite grim, to be honest. No, it is. I can't lie to you, man. There is a cracking of the hair, but you can always grow again. Yeah. You know, have you seen your hairline? You've got the hairline of a 15-year-old, mate. Yeah. So I think you're going to be on the growing phase for a while, mate. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
Here's hoping.
No, I can't see you losing your hair anytime soon, mate. I think if you did, it would be a pretty big shock to me as well, you know. There you go, my friend. Come on, guys. Whoever knows Harren, just keep your photos now, all right? Group chats, whatever you want to do. Right, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
100%?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to weigh a ton, this, by the way. I'm so glad you came back, mate. I was a bit worried that you might not, you know. I did say that to you, didn't I? I was a bit like, I hope he does come back. So it's good that you did.
No, I appreciate you guys saying that, yeah, by all means, come back next month.
Yeah, of course, yeah, without a doubt, mate. Yeah, come back whenever. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Right, make sure I don't get as close as I can.
There we go.
Is that going to be long enough? Oh, I don't know, you know, man.
Right, is that the end now?
That's it, mate. Yeah, nearly. Oh, you just ruined me joke. I do that at the end of everyone, mate. He's done that on purpose, hasn't he? There we go.
I've watched these before.
I know. At least I stopped saying I'm going to tie you up. At least that's one thing I've stopped saying now. There we go. I just don't know how these scissors have lasted. I've not had them sharpened since I got them. And this is pretty much all I've done.
I already feel so much lighter.
Look at the thickness of that. Look at that. That is so thick. That is like a brush. I don't think I've met someone with more hair than you, you know. Genuinely. It's already at 70 odd. It's already at 77 grams. Jesus. 178 grams, you're bang on, mate. 178 grams, wow. Wow. It's a lot of hair, isn't it?
I can feel it.
You're instantly 178 grams lighter, mate. So, you know. Half a pound. You've lost half a pound. That's it. You lost half a pound in a day, in 5 minutes. Right, let's give this a wash.
Yep.
And then we'll get stuck in, mate. Right, guys. So, we've just shampooed and conditioned Harren's hair. And now we are going to start... I'm going to cut the back and sides first. No, I'm going to cut the top in first, I think. And then I'll cut the back and sides. So, we'll start from the crown. Take a section away. Like so. Just where the flat of the head is. And just also keeps the crown out of being cut. That's one of the biggest reasons why I like to do it as well. So not just because of where the position of the head is, where it's a little bit more flatter, but it also stops the crown from being cut too short or drawn into a section that I don't want it to be in. So, cut something to sort of wear it like mine, just that easy, low maintenance kind of messy texture top, yeah? Cool, man. So how's it feeling?
So much better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think you're the kind of guy who suits long hair and short hair, you know? I feel like you are.
Yeah, it's weird because I grew it over lockdown and I changed jobs sort of in the middle of it. So there's like a group of people who I know who only know me with long hair.
Really?
And then there's probably people who I haven't seen since I've had short hair that kind of been none the wiser to the fact that I grew it out for all these years.
All you'll get from them is, oh, nice fade.
Yeah.
Not like, oh my God, like have you grown your hair and then chopped it off? So have you told many people about this? So, like, have you mentioned to work colleagues? Or,
Yes,
or
I
family?
mentioned a few colleagues at work, and and a fair few mates. Just let them know that's what was going on, because I thought it was more about also raising sort of awareness for the cause and everything. But
Nice.
I told my mum before the last time that I came here last month, and I said it's going to go on YouTube. So I called her that night, showed her my on. She goes, "I've been waiting on YouTube for like hours, waiting for this video to come up." I go, it won't even be uploaded that quickly, but yeah.
No. Well, you're episode 11, aren't you? I mean, you would have been episode 6, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it would have been, wouldn't it? Yeah, 5 or 6, I think he would have been. Is that right?
I think it would have been where Gabe was, I think. So he would have, had,
8.
he would have had the chance for £100.
I know you keep saying this. You're trying to rub it into it?
Mm-hmm. We haven't said it on cameras.
Oh, yeah, true. That's right. I don't want to make him feel bad, though. Yeah, you lost that £100, Aaron.
Yeah.
That's basically what Liam's doing to you, you know.
Yeah.
He's just mocking you.
Next time I go out for a few beers, I'll be thinking of
Just send an invoice to Liam.
Yeah, it's going to be paid for.
Yeah,
This.
just send him an invoice.
All you have to do is convince me for 5 more minutes.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you let me go.
Yeah.
You let me go. Yeah. You should have heard what he said when you left as well. He's not getting £100. Sucker. Oh, your poor mum, no, sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
That is cute.
Dedication, but I'll have to let her know to wait a few weeks at least.
Yeah, exactly. Not long though. I don't think you got long to wait. I think it's only about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe.
Well, you have a new subscriber, because I'm sure she'll be waiting for a notification.
That's great. Well, can we title the video anything to do with his mum, Liam? Mum's been waiting for weeks. I don't know why I didn't enjoy the accent then, but Mum's been waiting for weeks. Obviously, the last few weeks waiting to come here, has the long hair been getting on your nerves more than maybe it was the few previous months?
Yeah, I think once I knew my mind was made up,
Yeah.
then I was just looking for reasons to not enjoy having it.
Yeah. Do you feel better for not sort of doing it there and then? Are you happy that we said like come back next month?
Yeah, much better, because even when you recommend, because going short hadn't really properly crossed my mind, because I was more on the favour of sort of doing that mid-length cut.
Yeah.
And when you were saying, "Oh, have you thought about any shortcuts?" I was there like Googling it there and then. I just rather have had the time to.
Yeah,
to sort of
it would have been too much
about
pressure for you, mate. I didn't want you to feel like I was forcing you into having something short. It was only because I think the medium length. I mean, I don't know how much you'd have probably given away, but you know, obviously, the more you can give, the better.
Yeah.
You know, that's the fun of this series. It's just meant to be a bit of fun. You know what I mean? As well as a good cause at the same time. You know, so you want to try and do as much as you possibly can with the opportunity that you've got, rather than just cut a bit off that you might not be able to donate, or you might. It's like, do you want to be in that stage of either or do you want to just like, yeah, go for it, mate? Let's just give as much as we can. Do you get what I mean?
All I'd have done was just been back in the position I was at the start, or coming back to you saying, "Let's go short," and then by that point you've lost about 7-8 inches with a hair to have
already.
given.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And if you were to come back and then cut more off, we doesn't really work the same way, does it? That's the problem. So
I think you were saying as well that the style as well itself with my hair type wouldn't have been really wouldn't have had much longevity behind it. Would have grown out.
it would have grown very fast. Yeah, it would have. Yeah, it's just because your hair's so thick and heavy. It wouldn't have held its shape to how I think you wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Because the ones you were showing me, if you remember, they were quite fine, medium textured hair, and yours is extremely thick. So the weight of yours would have just pulled the shape right out, if you get what I mean. So I would have heavily texturized it. So more bits would have went shorter. And then if you decide to change your mind, I'd have cut so much short throughout the whole haircut. Obviously you can't see it to the naked eye, but like it's within there, that if we'd have cut it even shorter, it would have been, you know, there's been some bits that are probably shorter than the top of your hair now. Do you know what I mean? Within the longest layers. What styles have you had over the years then, bud? Have you had like any wacky styles, or have you buzzed it before? Or?
Yeah, I buzzed. Well, I used to just get 2 all over as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Just I come
Kitchen haircut.
Yeah. I used to go to the barber down the road, come back, and it was all buzzed off. I used to hate getting my hair cut.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, as a kid, you mean?
Yeah,
as a kid,
I never liked it. I think it was like, I never used to mind the scissor cuts, but it was always when the clippers came out, because I was always really fidgety and I just couldn't stay still.
Yeah.
And then got to the point of me going, well, if I just suck it up and buzz it all off in one go, and I haven't got to come back for a few months. So yeah, they went from doing that to then just normal sort of short back and sides, and then some sort of style on top, whatever was in at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few sort of uni haircuts where you just get one of your mates to do it.
Yeah, the budget haircuts. Yeah.
And then when I moved down to London, I was regularly getting a skin fade done.
Yeah.
I had that for a few years, and then before you know it, we were at 2020, and then it's getting grown out.
So this hair's been grown out since lockdown?
Yes, I've had it trimmed a couple of times.
Yes.
Probably about every 6 months or so.
Oh, okay. So you've only had like probably a handful of haircuts then?
Yeah.
Maybe 3-4 haircuts or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, saved a fortune.
Telling you, mate. Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. And your big chop's free. So, that's a good deal there, mate. Yeah. You've done well. No, I think it's great. It's amazing to see, like, not only like the patience you've had to grow it that long, though, because that was long, right? Obviously, we haven't measured it yet, so we don't know how long it was exactly. But it's when you think about it, like the amount of patience you've gone through to just get that long. Maybe some of that stems from that little bit of subconsciousness from hating to go when you were a child. And probably like, do you know what? I don't have to go here now. This is perfect. This is the best outcome I could ask for. You know what I mean?
There's also a bit of stubbornness, right? Because like you were saying at the beginning, there's that 50-50 of some saying keep it going, some saying, oh, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? I'm just going to keep it going because, hopefully we won't have another sort of lockdown episode again where the opportunity comes around to grow it.
Hopefully not. What are you going to do with all the hair ties and clips and bands you've got now?
I'll just give the
keep them for memory box in your memory box, mate.
Keep them there. I'll just give
That's what I used to have.
Give them to my missus, to be fair. She can have them.
Yeah, there we go.
She's donated her hair multiple times.
Has she?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Her hair's was longer than mine. Was it? When it was, yeah.
Wow. Do you know what? Can I just ask someone? Just ask the camera there. Anybody watching? Or to especially to our community, is there any couples who have done that before? Because you're now a couple who have donated hair. I don't think I've met a couple who've donated hair, except who are an actual couple, unless they've like done like the shave thing, but never something like this. So that's really cool. I wonder if there's any more out there. Let us know.
I'll ask if a couple wants to come in.
Yeah. Here's an even better idea. Are there any couples out there who want to come in and we'll do it together? Let us know. The offer's there. Just drop us a message. Everything's in the description and everything's down there. There's a little couple out there who might both have long hair. God, that'd be awesome, guys. That would be awesome. I don't know another channel who's doing that. That's pretty awesome. What's your girlfriend's hair like now?
So it's still pretty long.
Is it?
So it's probably down to her, probably halfway between her back of her shoulders and her neck.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's
quite long, yeah. Nice. Pull that nice and straight out, so we still maintain some length towards the crown. Cut that in. So we're starting with number 2. Now, Harren wants this like sort of fairly high, okay? So that's perfect, that's not a problem at all.
This feels so familiar after years of...
I was gonna say, You've literally just read my mind. I was going to say, what does it feel like having the clippers again on the side, or around the sides? How does it feel?
It just feels like I've gone back about 6-7 years.
Does it? And we just follow the blend down on the angle. Same again, as you can see, just following with the comb, the same angle. Like that. And this gives the appearance of a higher skin fade, but we're not compromising head shape or face shape. So fine tune the blend. Hair's so thick and so straight, you can soften it with our texturizers. So just blending this side in now. So again, do one side. I try and treat it a bit like a beard trim or something. You know, do one side first, get that absolutely perfect, and then do the other side. Through your fingers, like so. Start with the top, put that in, through the back, get some product in there too, through the blend, And then just kind of style how you want to then, mate. Just make it as messy as you want to make it. You can just work it.
Is that why I just like towel dry in the morning and then?
Yeah, I just use a hairdryer just to speed it up,
Yeah.
but you don't have to. Just work with what your hair wants to do. That's all I do with mine. Just work with your fringe, work with the sort of way it wants to fall, the shape, the movement, everything like that as well. You'll see all the longer bits and the shorter bits that we've kind of cut the texture into, so you'll be able to see where that's meant to go and where that's meant to style. That's pretty much it, mate. And there's the back.
That's class, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
No, cheers, mate. Yeah, looks
Nice
very
one,
good.
man.
That.
Does look good, doesn't it?
No, I'm chuffed with that.
Thanks, man. It's got a nice change, right?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I'll go outside. I can feel the wind.
I know, mate, I know. Right, guys, so we finished the cut. Now, just to let you know, Harron's changed his t-shirt because he had some velvety silk thing going on. That was obviously not appropriate for 30-degree weather. So, which is probably hotter in here. It's probably about 40 in here, isn't it? So we changed his t-shirt, but it's still the same guy, okay? I know he looks different. But, so I think this is the longest one. But we'll measure a few, okay? So if you wouldn't mind just holding the end of that, like from this side though, if you get all from around that side, okay? Yeah, perfect, yeah. Just so I want to get the tape measure at the end of there, you see. Moment of truth. Right, can you push that at the bottom of the hair? I would say we're a good 17.5 inches on that one, where my fingers are. Yeah? So I would say 17.5 that one, but let's have a little go with the others. No, I think the other one was a winner. That's only 16. Yeah, 17.5 is that one. 17.5 inches, that's not bad. You're third.
Yeah.
You said bronze. Yeah. Amazing. Well, would you mind just signing your photo for us and then pin it on the board next to Chandler, please? Awesome. Thank you. Perfect. Well done. Harron. So he's third at 17.5 inches. And then, Harron. 17.5. Mate, well done.
Mate, thanks
well
so
done.
much, mate.
We do appreciate, obviously last time you came it was like, you were umming and ahhing, but I'm glad you decided to do it because it really looked good on you, mate. It suits you loads.
Cheers, I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome, mate. Thank you, mate. And thanks on behalf of all the charities as well. Appreciate
cheers,
it.
Mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're at 171.5 inches total. Wow. Isn't that amazing? We are not far off the 250 mark. So guys, don't forget, if you really, really want to cut your hair off, and again, like we said before, there's a couple who want to do it, we're nearly there. So you could also not only give to an amazing charity, earn yourself a little bit of cash as well. So thanks, Harron. And
cheers, man.
Thank you so far to everyone who's made our total 171.5 inches.